Welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Everyone who's listening, of course, have another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is Jello. I'm back with another episode of CyberCEO. We are very lucky to have another special guest on the show right now. Sam, how are you doing today?
I am wonderful. Thanks for having us on, Gallo. Appreciate it so much.
We really appreciate your time as well. Of course, we know you're very busy. So, for everyone's benefit, everyone who's listening, watching, can you tell us something about yourself, Sam?
Absolutely. We are a team of 8 of us over here, Gallo, and we are currently at about a $24 million production running upwards, and we're expecting to do about 125 units this year. Last year, we did about 97 units. So we're enjoying the market, and we enjoy the business, and Cyberbacker with our VAs have really certainly helped us to grow that without any question.
Awesome. So you do have your Cyberbackers. Tell me more. How long have you been working with Cyberbacker?
Yeah, we've been using Cyberbackers now. It's coming up on 2 years in November, as a matter of fact. So we started with them before COVID. I had full in-house staff prior to using them, and my coaches suggested, why don't we take a look at using some VAs, virtual assistants, and it's worked out really well for us. So yeah, it goes back almost 2 years come November now.
Wow, 2 years in November. Very, very exciting. So what can you tell me about working with Cyberbacker?
Well, it has been interesting. It certainly was a very large learning curve for me, going from always having in-house folks, somebody I can look at the next office, look at my admin, look at my executive staff and say, hey, let's talk about this, versus folks that are virtual assistants, the other side of the country, other side of the world, as far as that goes. And it has been interesting. The experience has been very good. It's been a mind shift as to how do we do business. And it's actually freed us up tremendously.
Of course, freed you up. So when you say that you freed up the time factor, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it really is the time factor. I don't have a lot of these, hey, do you have a minute anymore? There's always, hey, you have a minute, somebody walking by. It allows Ruth and I, my wife and partner, to really kind of put our heads down, get focused on our business, focus on our lead generation and wanting be able to focus on our clients. And it's really a great service for our clients, because now the clients have our dedicated people. And what we used to have in-house for a full-time and then a full-time admin, transaction coordinator, and a part-time marketing person, I now have 4 people that are virtual assistants taking care of all of those actions, as well as an inside sales associate. So it's tremendously helped us to improve our customer experience, is really what we're looking for, and free up some time for us as well at the same time.
All right, of course, that is very, very important, especially in the business of real estate. You have the time to build a relationship. I think that is the bread and butter of real estate, right? Relationship with people. Am I correct?
It really is the relationships. And when I talk about freeing up time, it doesn't mean that it gives me more time so I can go out to the beach or go kick back and not do anything. It frees me up time so I can actually work on the business and not always in the business.
Of course. Now, just to be more in detail, you already touched on it a bit earlier, but what are the tasks that currently your cyberbackers are doing for you and your business, for all of the business owners who are listening to know?
Absolutely. So we first started off with a admin/transaction coordinator. That was one person. And from there, we've grown it to very quickly bring in a ISA, an inside sales associate. And that person has been with us since day one. It is a Cyberbacker. He is Paulo. He's been with us since November of 2019 now at this point, I guess, is really the time frame on that. And his goal is to touch base with our clients, touch base with all of our leads, and make sure that we're not dropping leads, because it's too often that Ruth or I, our sales associates, we get wrapped up in what's hot right now and lose track on being able to focus on the pieces of business that we lose. So we have a full-time transaction coordinator. I have an executive assistant right now, which I hadn't had in the past, and that executive assistant is allowing me even more time so that I'm not managing the day-to-day operations of the pieces of the business. And we have a full-time database CRM marketing person. So that really encompasses our 4 people there: our executive administrator, our transaction coordinator, our database/marketing person, and then our inside sales associate. And for all of that, it's a big cost savings to me, believe it or not, compared to what I had for 1.5 people in-house here working on it. And I find our Cyberbackers and our virtual assistants are more intuitive. They're more hungry for the business.
When you say more hungry, so they are very, let's say they're gonna be giving you that extra step, especially when they're doing something. Am I right?
They are. They actually dive a little bit deeper into it, and it allows them the opportunity, because I don't have just one person doing these 4 tasks now, or 1.5 people doing 4 tasks. It allows them more focus to say, great, this is broken, and let's go fix and work on a solution to make it better for our customer experience.
Of course, I think that is something that is very important in the real estate business, or in any business. Of course, planning for the future as well, right?
It is. It is. It's part of our strategic experience and training versus calling it strategic planning.
Yes.
It's our strategic experience going forward with it. Yes.
That's awesome. Strategic experience. Another question here. You already talked about what the Cyberbackers are currently doing right now, but what are some of the things that you're considering having them do in the future for your business?
Well, that's a great question. Some of the projects that we're currently working on that we haven't had in the past is we're working on video libraries. We're working on video introductories for clients when they come in. They start working with our team, CT Properties, and we want them to know, here's a library of what happens next. Because my philosophy for the team is, if a client is calling us, we failed them, because we didn't set them up for what's next. What's their experience? What should they be expecting next? So we're actually in the midst of building out this video library, both for the homes, the folks that are getting the home sold, and for those folks that are buying homes. This way they could always refer back to this library and understand what's going on. So we're in the midst of building that out. We're in the midst of building out the customer experience, building out our referral-based programs better with other realtors, and more importantly, with our current and past clients as well.
That's going to be a big, of course, help for the business. I think that's a great idea. Now, this is going to be a tough question. Have there been any challenges working with Cyberbacker, or let's say opportunities for growth?
Challenges? Absolutely, Gala. There have been, as we all like to say, we all fail forward. Well, I've been through a number of Cyberbackers and virtual assistants in that first 6 or 8 months or so, year. And a lot of that was really all on me. It had nothing to do with them. It had to do with me and my mind shift. And I thought, great, come in, listen to me, hear what I have to say. And then I just leave and I don't have to go talk to them for a period of time. Next thing I know, I'm getting frustrated because they're not getting done what I wanted done. However, I wasn't conveying that to them in a succinct manner. So what we've done over the course of time, and I've learned this, is we have a daily huddle every morning at 9:30, right after our Cyberbacker has a game room. I have my script practice every morning from 9 to 9:30. That has exploded our business. And right after that, at 9:30, I then have a team huddle with all of my admin staff, my backers, my VAs, for the next 15 to 30 minutes max, as to what's going on with the business. What were our challenges yesterday? What's our challenges in front of us today? And that's tremendously helped versus me just, here you go, here's what you need to go work on, here's a project, and then never hearing back about it. So the learning experience has been about me learning how to work with folks outside of the office. And I find it to be very, very simple now and very beneficial.
Of course, that is also very important. Just touching base with your cyberbackers, making them feel a part of the business, right? Now,
absolutely.
One last question. There are still a lot of business owners right now that haven't bought the idea of having their own cyberbacker. What advice would you be able to give them, Sam?
My advice is, you know what, just find a project. Find something that you want done in your business that you and your team have not been able to get to in the last 3 months. I want to go through the database and do work on cleaning it up. I want to start calling our past clients, whatever that project may happen to be. And if you want to start with a part-time or a project-based virtual assistant, go for it. If you think it's enough that you've detailed, here are 12 things we want to work on over the course of the next 6 months. Pick 1 or 2 of them, focus on it, and turn that over as a project to a virtual assistant. And make sure that you're detailed with it, and make sure that you're touching base with your virtual assistant every single day. It's not to micromanage. It's just simply to ask, how are you doing with it? Do you need anything from me? I like to look at projects such as, I'll start a project, and being a visionary, I say, here you go, Gallo. Here's a project. I'm going to help you get it from 1 to 2. Make sure you're very clear on what the tasks and the outcome that we want to get on it. You work on it up to 9. And then when you're done and up to 9, bring it back to me and let's review 9 to 10. Let's give it a blessing and then let's run with it.
I think you mentioned this a bit earlier. Setting proper expectations. That is key in this type of relationship as well.
It really is.
I know that your Cyberbacker is going to be listening right now once we have this online. Would you want to give them a quick shout out on the show?
I do want to give a quick shout out. I have Paulo on the team. Paulo is doing phenomenal. He's touching base with our clients. He's touching base with our leads. He's one of my key points when I speak to our clients for our listing appointments that I speak very highly about, as well as the rest of the team as well also. We have Angel on the back end as my executive administrator. I have Penny running all transaction coordination. Phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. The 2 of them have been putting systems in place that we haven't had in place in many, many years. And then we also have Pia, who is phenomenal at cleaning up the database, cleaning up the junk, picking up those loose dollars off the bank vault floor and helping us to churn those around and getting great marketing going out there for us. So yeah, thank you for the team for helping us to get that done.
We're very excited to see where your business is going to be within the next few years to come in partnership with Cyberbacker as well. Sam, thank you very much for being on the show. We really appreciate it. Have a great day now. Take care. Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.